Tonight, a Brooklyn woman is reflecting on the life-changing day she met Pope Francis.
In 2015, we met Julia Bruzzese. She was a 12-year-old girl seeking a blessing from the Pope. Tonight, she told Jenna DeAngelis what it meant to her.
Julia Bruzzese's life changed in this moment. A touch on the head from Pope Francis as the 12-year-old from her wheelchair asked for a blessing.
I came here because I wanted to meet the Pope because I believe in a miracle.
You believe in a miracle. And then you saw him. What was that like?
It was the most precious moment of my life.
Watching back her first interview that day, a decade later.
Thank you, Holy Father. You made me so happy.
Brings back all the emotions, especially on the day of the Pope's death.
You know, I hope he knew how many lives he touched.
When Julia went to JFK to meet the Pope upon his arrival to New York in 2015, she had recently gone from a healthy, active child to becoming paralyzed. She was desperate for answers, hope, and that miracle.
Do you think you got a miracle out of that?
Definitely, I definitely do. I think, on that day, I was thinking more along the lines of, I'm going to get up and walk and, go back to the way things were before. But he definitely brought me miracles that I still feel today.
Yeah. She believes her first miracle came days after meeting the pontiff, finally receiving a diagnosis of Lyme disease, and then with the overwhelming amount of outreach that followed.
We went from being all alone to having a tremendous amount of support, and it was all because the Pope touched her.
Julia's father is in awe of her strength, watching her battle Lyme while advocating for others. Recently, taking her fight for awareness and funding to members of Congress in D.C. as she prays for a new miracle.
For patients with Lyme disease to get more help and for there to be change, yeah, that would be a really great miracle.
And she'll keep leaning on her faith, strengthened by Pope Francis.
I believe.
In Bath Beach, Brooklyn, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS News, New York.
Our Tony Aiello is headed to Rome. You look for his reports as we follow the burial of Pope Francis and the selection of a process for the new Pope.
And you were all over that story. What was it like to meet her that day?
We were so stunned because we were sort of walking down the line getting everybody's reaction, and then was this little girl, and then she starts crying, and it's still to this day, I get chills, I'm emotional to see it, but what an extraordinary life she has led, and look how great she is now.
Yeah, and what a difference she's making.
Absolutely.